The best job search process, how to land tech interviews in 7 days or less. So, the method I'm going to be teaching you is how I was able to get 3 to 5 interviews per week and only apply for maybe 36, 40 jobs at most. So be sure to follow this method to the T. And this method requires you to unlearn a lot of bad habits and things that we were taught. This is honestly the best method that I've seen out there. It's refined. It is a process that anybody can use, especially if you have no tech sales and specifically, but if you have no tech experience, this is a great strategy that you can use, as well as if you have no degree. Okay, so think of this method as going through the back door and not the front door. All right, so a little bit about myself before I get started. My name is Maury Malvo. I left my LinkedIn down below in the description. I have been in tech sales now for about 4 months, and I started my tech sales journey um, around September. That's when I signed up for Course Careers. I took the course, I got certified, and I went out there and took what I learned in the course and started to apply for jobs and started to apply the knowledge that I learned, and I was able to land a job offer by November 1st. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is mindset. And the reason why I put mindset first is simply because that's the most important part. And then I have this quote. It says, "The mind is everything what you think you become." So what you think about is what you become. Guys, we are in charge of our own reality. So we're in charge of everything that we've manifested in our life, as well as what we're going to be manifesting in the future. So just keep that in mind. When you're going to these interviews, you got to remember you are the product and you have to sell yourself. The interviewers are seeing hundreds and thousands of interviewees every month, every week, depending on how big that company is. So you have to do the necessary prep work, like marketing yourself correctly and actually being able to sell yourself once you are able to land an interview. And that's going to make you stand out amongst the whole entire crowd. The way that we were taught to just apply for tons of jobs and hope and pray that you get an interview no longer works. That way stopped working as soon as the pandemic happened. And especially if you're trying to find a remote work from home job, you have to do the necessary prep work. You have to do the necessary marketing prep work in order to properly position yourself to where recruiters will want to reach out to you, or recruiters come to your LinkedIn and they're like, hmm, this person's LinkedIn looks really good. I may consider reaching out to them for an interview, or I may want to give them an interview, or even possibly a job offer. So think, just remember that. Think about what you can bring to the company. So many times there are tons of um, interviewees or applicants or candidates that have a one way of thinking, and they're just thinking about what they can get from the company. Okay? So I'm asking that you change that around and think about what you can offer the company and your unique value and your unique value propositions that will help you stand out amongst the whole entire crowd. Okay, so next I want to talk about knowledge. Knowledge truly is power. If you have no experience in like tech sales, customer service, what else? They have information technology and things like that. If you have no experience, no degree, you want to get educated and you want to get certified. This helps with your credibility. So when recruiters are going to LinkedIn and they're looking at possible candidates and possible applicants and people that they will want to that they will want to reach out to, they are looking at your certifications, they're looking at your experience, they're looking at your awards, they're looking at your licenses, anything that you got that will help you stand out amongst the competition. So in my case, I went ahead and took course careers because I had no prior knowledge to tech sales. Yes, I do have sales experience, but I don't have tech sales experience. So I went out there, I took the course, I got certified, and I simply put this on my LinkedIn, and then I have it on my resume as well as my website. And I will say this, employers love to see that. Recruiters love to see that you took it a step further and got educated. And it really helps when you are able to speak about the skills that you learn and speak about the software and know the lingo, guys, because then they're like, okay, they already know what this position is. They've studied it, they went through and got a class or took a class to understand what this is. Okay, so let me show you course careers real quick. This is what I took. So this is Course Careers. It's an all-in-one training platform that will teach you everything that you need to know about tech sales, guys. So this is the tech sales page. You can take a free introductory course if you're interested in getting into tech sales, what it is, why you should be a part of it, and how to break into it. Now, they do have different payment plans and things like that. And it just goes through and tells you exactly what's in the course. Like, this is everything that's in the course. This is one of the instructors. His name is Trent. So the class is ran by Trent and Troy. Troy's the one that came up with the idea. All right. And then they do have coaches, and you are able to get certified. But in order to get certified, you must take a proctored exam. So just keep that in mind. Now, they do have other courses that you can get certified in as well. Like, for example, they have tech sales, they have information technology, they have software development, they have data analytics, they have UI, UX, they have human resources as well. So all these things will help you get a job. They also partner with employers too. They have so many employer partnerships and things like that employers can join, and ultimately there are tons of employers that have partnered up with course careers in order to find top candidates, because course career students just simply have more in-depth knowledge than your regular college graduate. So just something to keep in mind. If you're interested in trying out this course, be sure to click the link down below and take the free course. All right. So point I'm trying to make is you want to get certified. Next, you want to optimize your LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn already, be sure to create one. You need to, once you create your LinkedIn, or if you already have one, you need to have a professional headshot profile pic. Professional headshot profile pic. Now, this does not mean that you need to go to a professional photographer and uh, go have a whole session where you get headshots. That's cool and all, but you don't necessarily need to do that. So, for example, if you look on my LinkedIn, this is my LinkedIn. Uh, Click up here. So, for example, my LinkedIn, I have a professional headshot. Now, hold on one second. This is a tool that we're going to be using a little later, but we don't need it right now. But this is what I consider a professional headshot picture. This was taken with a regular camera, and we just did some editing. That's it. So I was able to get this for free. Really, you could take one on your phone, edit it up, have a nice blouse on, maybe a turtleneck, maybe a blazer on. But essentially, you don't want to have pictures just throwing up the peace sign. You don't want to have pictures with sunglasses on. You don't want to have pictures with graphic t-shirt. Just keep it business casual, okay? So you want to make sure that you have a professional headshot photo. Okay, so next, I'm just going to zoom. Okay, You want to fill out your about section. So many people, I've come across so many LinkedIn profiles where people honestly do skip their about section. Your about section is your time to shine. You want to let employers and recruiters know what you're about and what you offer. Okay. And then you also want to set your profile to open to work, which I'll show you. You want to input any skills that you have, any transferable skills that you've learned or you acquired over your previous job experiences. And you want to make sure that you are inputting all that into your LinkedIn. It just helps with optimization. And then you also want to input your job experience plus your responsibilities, any certifications that you have, and most importantly, you need to get at least 500 connections. This is where that network comes into place. LinkedIn is pretty much your professional Facebook. It's where you're able to showcase your professional abilities, your professional profile, and it's something that recruiters actually look at. And if your LinkedIn is optimized appropriately, you will have recruiters reaching out to you. So if you don't have any recruiters reaching out to you, 9 times out of 10, your LinkedIn is just not optimized. So let me go ahead and show you that. All right. So kind of going back off of what I was saying about how recruiters will reach out to you, I had somebody reach out to me and they were offering me pretty much a interview with them. So this was February 13th, so it was a couple of days ago actually. And I messaged them back. So you'll have recruiters reaching out to you. Like this one, for example. Lady reached out to me, interested, loves my profile, wants me to apply for a job and possibly get an interview. So I had that, and then I had another lady, somebody else reach out to me for a job position. And so this is just how it is, guys. You'll literally have recruiters reaching out to you wanting to do a job interview or wanting to give you a job interview because they love your profile. So this is very easy to do. Please do not skip over this part because this is where the marketing comes into play. We live in a different day and age now. You have to market yourself. Essentially, you have to sell yourself and you have to make yourself attractive to where the recruiters want the recruiters are wanting to reach out to you. So professional headshot, you want to make sure you have a background. Some people make these cool background banners with them and then what they do, which is cool. Me, I just have a picture of Houston because I love Houston. I love, I'm a Texan from Texas. I love Houston. All right. Next, you want to make sure that you have a headline. So I still haven't updated my headline. This is whenever I was actively applying for jobs. I put coachable, driven, resilient, seeking sales development opportunities. And I have a MBA. So make sure you have a headline that stands out, that's letting recruiters, that's recruiter friendly, like have negotiation skills, have a passion for sales, you know, resilient and seeking sales development opportunities or whatever you're seeking, whatever type of job title that you're seeking, make sure that you put that in your headline. Next, you want to make sure you have at least 500 connections, guys. Connections, and you may be wondering, why do I need connections? Because that's how you're going to be able to build your network. You know, that's how you're going to have that credibility. That's going to let recruiters know, okay, they're actively on LinkedIn. They're actively talking to people. They're actively networking with people. So next, you want to have open to work. So down here, what you want to do is edit it. If you have not already, guys, this part is so important because this lets employers know and recruiters know that you're actively or casually looking. So you want to make sure you fill all of this out. You want to have your job titles, to what kind of job titles that you want. So if you want a data analytics job, then make sure that you're putting data analytics. I don't know all the data analytic lingo job titles, but if you do, make sure you put all that. If you're looking for a marketing job, if you want to do SEO, put SEO specialist. You want to do pay per click, PPC specialist, brand marketing. It's up to you. But the point I'm trying to make is make sure that you're putting the job titles that you actually want that's related to your profile. Okay? These are like keywords. Think of it like that. And then also you want to make sure that you put your location type. Now me, I'm flexible. I put hybrid, remote, on site, whatever floats your boat, put it in there. And then if you want to actually work on site, put the cities that you will want to work for, and have fun with this. Don't just limit yourself, guys, because opportunities can come from nowhere, you know? And so the more the merrier. I put Houston because I love Houston. I put Colorado. I put Austin, Texas. I put Round Rock, Texas. So same thing for over here too. For the remote locations. Start date. If you're immediately looking for a job, put immediately. I'm actively applying. Flexible. If you're just casually looking, then click that. You do have employment types. If you're looking for full time, put that. Part time, contract, internship, temporary, all that good stuff. Now, here's a very, very important part. Don't fumble this part. Visible. Have open to work to recruiters only. So limit it to people using LinkedIn recruiting. While we take steps to not show recruiters at your current company, we can't guarantee complete privacy. And cool, nothing wrong with that. We live in a different day and age where a lot of employees are not loyal to the company, vice versa. A lot of employers are not loyal to their employees. So job hopping is the new norm now, right? Most of us are not staying at tech jobs for no longer than 5 years, okay? So make sure you click recruiters only. Now, the reason why I don't recommend doing all LinkedIn members is simply because it gives you this little ugly open to work banner around, and it just makes you seem like you're desperate. And if this includes all type of people, it includes recruiters and people at your current company, and it's just not a good look. So just keep it recruiters only. Once you get all that done, you want to save. So essentially, this is your job preference. All right. Next. This thing keeps popping up. Go away. We don't need you right now. Okay. About. Let's see what this about is about. So, me personally, I use ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, Google it. But I used ChatGPT to come up with my about section, and then I tweaked it a little bit. So my about section is very search engine optimization friendly. It's very recruiter friendly, and it speaks about what I can offer to just general companies, like just companies in general. So it says I'm dedicated and results driven sales representative or sales development professional with a proven track record of driving revenue growth through strategic prospecting, lead generation, and relationship building, so on and so forth. So if you actually read this, it's actually a pretty good about section. You want to make yours similar to this. So let's say if you're looking for a marketing job or you want your profile to be marketing related, you can use Chat GPT and they got you. So you want to make it to where it will make recruiters want to reach out to you. Like, man, she's committed to delivering exceptional value to clients while exceeding sales target. Oh my God. With a strong background in leveraging modern sales technology and passion for continuous learning. Oh my God. Just that's going to make somebody want to reach out to you and say, "Hey, we have a job offering. We have a job opening. You apply and let's get you an interview going." Make sure you have that. All that. Make sure you have your about good to go. Next, um, you want to add your top skills. So this is my top skill set, and yours is going to be different. And this is, like I said, it's based off of previous job experiences that you have. So contract negotiation, I used to sell cars, I had to be good at negotiating. Let's see, product marketing, selling cars, got to be good at selling the product. Let's see, so those are my top skills that I put. Strategic com- communications. And yours is going to be different just depending on your work experience. Next, we have experience. Now, guys, um, your experience part is very important because this is what the recruiters are looking at as well. So let me show you. Right here, I was a business analyst for a little bit. I put what I did in a nutshell. So very easy on the eyes. I put numbers because it's a psychological thing. Recruiters like to see numbers and results, like how you were able to benefit the company and how your work benefited the company. So they like to see, like, presented to 60 key internal, external stakeholders. They like to see that. They like to see results. Like when I did door to door, conducted an average of 200 door to door visits per day. They like to see that. What did that result in? It resulted in 15 to 20 successful sales each week. Maintain a 90% accuracy rate in sales documentation and reporting. They like to see that. They like to see accomplishments. I was recognized for one of the top performing sales representative in Q3 and Q4 of 2022, earning a performance bonus. They love to see that. But not only that, you want to make sure that you add your skills. Don't sleep on your skills. Make sure that you're putting that, because it honestly helps with your with being optimized, having your LinkedIn optimized. So you want to put the skills that you acquired at each job that you got. So if it was outbound sales, put that. If it was teamwork, put that. Marketing, social media marketing, all that stuff. You want to just fill it out. Okay, so that's the experience part. Make sure that it it looks good. And if you want to make sure that it's okay, reach out to me. My LinkedIn is down below. Just say, "Hey, check out my LinkedIn. What do you think?" Next is your education. So if you're educated, make sure that you put what school you went to. Think of it like your virtual resume. But you want to put your education, what school you went to, what degree you got, how long you were there for, what your GPA was, and then as well as just a summary of what your degree was about. And then also put in those skills. You want to put skills in for everything because it helps with your optimization. Oops, I don't want to add a profile section. And if you had any class projects, put that. All right. Then if you have any licenses and certifications, make sure you add that. Course careers. I got my certification in course careers. I also have an agile certification. So make sure you put that. All your skills will be here at the bottom. So that's just the basics. You can also get little recommendations and things like that, but this will be enough for employers to reach out to you. But not only that, it will be enough for employers to look at your profile once you apply and say, okay, they're actually a legit person. All right, so let's go ahead and go back. And guys, make sure that you're actually doing this part. I've had people reach out to me and say, "Hey, well, I applied for jobs and did the email sequence and I'm still not getting any interviews. Well, I look at their LinkedIn and their LinkedIn looks like shit. So make sure that your LinkedIn is professional. Make sure that your LinkedIn is marketed for the type of job that you want to get. Just saying. All right. Next, you want to create a professional email signature. Now, this part is very, very important. Um, First of all, you want to make sure that your email is your first and your last name at gmail.com or at yahoo.com. Now, I have two right here, which is okay. I still was able to get, like I said, 3 to 5 interviews per week. But the most important thing that I have is my name, the kind of position that I'm looking for, my email address, my phone number, and as well as my website. So let's see. Let me show y'all what I used. All right, so this is a free email signature template generator. So this is HubSpot, I believe. Yeah, HubSpot. So you could come in here and create your professional email signature. Just you can follow the templates. It's very user friendly. If you don't want that template, you could do another template. If you don't like that template, you can do template 3. But essentially, you want to follow this. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. I can make another video and really you could just YouTube it, but they'll show you where you need to go on your Gmail inbox or your Gmail account and upload your professional email signature. They'll all you got to do is YouTube like how to input your professional Gmail, oh, how to input your professional email signature in Gmail, and it will walk you through that. But the point I'm trying to make is you need to make sure that you have one because this is going to come in handy a little bit later. But not only that, it just makes you look more professional. So, but make sure that you have this. So if you're watching this video, stop the video and make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date, as well as having a professional email signature, which is easy. You can make that for free. All right. Next, you want to create a cover letter and a resume. So if you are somebody and you don't like sending out resume letters, you don't like sending out cover letters, you got to fix that as soon as possible. I put a cover letter and a resume template that you can copy and paste and fill out to your likings, but it's pretty much a template that I'm going to leave down below. As well as your resume, guys, make sure that your resume is optimized. So this is a blueprint that I put. It's an outline that you can follow, but make sure that your resume looks good. Okay, so how to get 3 to 5 interviews per week. Number 1, do not mass apply. It does not work anymore. I applied for over 200 jobs at one point in time. Only heard back, only got a job interview for like 1. And it was for a sketchy company, right? I got a lot of rejection emails, but that method just simply does not work anymore. It's not effective. What you need to do instead is do the prep work. Make sure that you have your resume up to par. Make sure that you have your cover letter up to par. Make sure that you have your LinkedIn profile. And also, that reminds me, if you want to take it a step further, guys, you actually want to have a website as well. And let me show you that. Now, this is the website. This is my website that I have. I got this website from simply using, so I got this website by using Course Careers. Once you get done with Course Careers and you take the proctored exam and you pass, you do get access to the graduate portal. So they help you make this website, and it comes in handy because it definitely helps you stand out amongst the crowd as well, and it's definitely part of marketing yourself. So companies want to see that you have your own professional portfolio. And it's just going over who you are, what you're looking for, what your skills are, frequently asked questions, and you answering them, what you're looking for out of a job, and a call to action. But not only that, I have my resume, and they're able to actually download my resume and look at it and get a feel of who I am as well. So this is my resume, okay? And I do have two resumes. This is more so for course careers and how they generated my resume, but I also have another resume as well. So just something to keep in mind. And then also my sales education. So if you want something like that, I would recommend going through course careers and actually getting done with the course and getting certified in order to just get this just to have to give to employers and recruiters. It definitely comes in handy. So make sure that you have that as well. Now, let's go back to this slideshow. All right, so you want to make sure you do the prep work that I mentioned in the previous slides. Do not skip or do not overlook. If you come to me and you're like, hey, I did this and this and this that I'm going to be mentioning in the next slide, but you didn't do the prep work, then I'm just going to tell you, make sure that you have your resume optimized. Make sure you're having your cover letter. Follow that cover letter outline or template that I put down below. Make sure that your LinkedIn is looking great, that it's optimized, that it's attractive. Okay? Make sure that and if you can't get a website, just make sure your LinkedIn looks good. Make sure your LinkedIn looks good. Make sure that you have a professional email signature. All those things matter. All of it matters. Um, and then just remember that you need to focus on companies that you actually want to work for. So you need to make your A team and your B team. You need to remember you are the product. So sell yourself. Okay? And this method that I'm teaching you is a proven method that actually works to help you get more interviews, especially if you don't have any experience or degree. So you must do the job to get the job, right? You got to stand out in a loud crowd. So, number one, what you need to do is build your A team and build your B team. So, I already put this in the description down below. Make sure that you fill this out. So, for your A team, you need to have at least 20 companies that you would want to work for, right? And really know why you want to work for these companies. Is it their product? Is it their work environment? Is it the people that work there? Is it the name of the, I don't know, but come up with the 20 top companies that you will want to work for, guys, right? And then come up with maybe 10 to 20 companies that your B team. So if the A team doesn't work out, come up with your B team companies that you will want to work for. And once you do that, make sure you do that first. So this is the template that I have. And you have the company name, you have the contact names, people that you need to reach out to, the contact titles, if they're the VP of sales. And guys, this is different. This may vary depending on what type of job position that you're looking for. So if you're looking for a marketing position, then yeah, you want to have the company's name, the contact names. So the people that are like the VP of marketing, the director of marketing, the marketing recruiter. So make sure that you're targeting those type of people. Same thing if I'm a tech sales, if I want to do tech sales and I want an entry level sales development representative job. I'm going to fill out the companies that I want to work for, my top 40 companies, right? And then I'm going to pull out I'm going to go through LinkedIn and look up the people that are there and look at the people that are there, which I'll show you, and get their name, their contact information, their title, and as well as some notes. And then you want to follow the interview sequence, which we'll go through here pretty soon. But make sure for this step, make sure that you're coming up with 20 A team companies as well as 10 to maybe 20 B team companies. And so you may be wondering, well, where do I find these companies? I start on LinkedIn. So that's where I started on. And let's see, move this up a little bit. Oops. So I start on LinkedIn. It's loading. So I go to LinkedIn, I go to jobs, sales development representative jobs. Now, there's different ways that you can find companies that you will want to work for. But how I did it is I will look at the companies that are already hiring and they're already putting job openings out and kind of base it off of that. And click around, see what you like. You can do that method. But not only that, you could come in here and let's see, let me move this out the way. You can actually go to Rep View. And if you don't know where RepView is, it's a website that you can go to that's for tech companies. So especially if you're looking for like a tech sales job or something like that, you can come here, RepView. You can create a free account, and you're able to see all these companies out there, all these tech companies. So and I can make a whole nother video talking about that. But play around in RepView. They have a lot of tech companies and things like that. You get a good feel of what the company is, what they offer, what the employees are saying that work there, how much they're making, and things like that. So I don't want to make this video too long, but this is an option. And then you can also use built-in Austin, built-in Chicago. It just really depends on where you're located. This is also a good way to find tech jobs, startup jobs, local jobs, and remote jobs. And they have different job titles and things like that too. So very tech friendly. Anyways, once you figure out the top companies that you want to work for, then you want to, once you get done with filling out the top companies that you want to work for, you want to look up people in that company. So let's say, for example, let's see if this is even a real company. Let me go over here and then let's see. So what I'm doing right now is looking up the company. Oh, that is a real company. That's so cute. Okay, click on it. So you look up the company on LinkedIn, and then you want to go to Peoples. Now, in order to get this tool or to get the emails, let me move my little face. But in order to get the emails and the contact information that you need to get Apollo IO. It's a Google Chrome extension. They do have a free version of it. You only get, I think, like 40 email addresses that you can use, and then they'll try to make you pay for the service. But if you don't want to pay for the service and you have multiple Gmail accounts, just use the other Gmail accounts and stuff like that. Like I didn't pay for the service, so it's because every time my subscription or my free trial will run out, I'll just use another Gmail account that I have. Anyways, so let's say, for example, I'm looking for a sales development representative job. So what I would do right here, they have 294 associate members, but what I would do is just go to like director of sales. Let it load. Right here, he's a director of sales. So we got Mr. Daniel. And so what I would do from there is look up, and me personally, I prefer reaching out to people that have anywhere between 3 to 10 years of experience at that company, because they have more say so. They have more status, more power. So he's the director of sales. this would be somebody that I would reach out to. So you want to view their email if they have it. So they're still verifying. Let's see. Okay, so Daniel didn't have an email address. So what I did was I went up and typed in VP of Sales 2. And as you can see, we have Mr. Allen over here. What I would do is actually click on his profile and see. I want to see how long he's been working there. And he's actually the VP of marketing, which sales and marketing do go hand in hand. If you're looking for a marketing job, he would be the person to go to. But whoa, he's only been here for a year. So me personally, I would reach out to him if he's like my last resort, right? I would try to find somebody else. So we have she's the VP of customer success. That could be a good one. He's the VP of revenue, meaning that he oversees the sales department. Let's see. So this part right here, finding contacts, is all about titles. So you want to look for people that are like the VP of blank, the director of blank, the head of blank, any role of power, the recruiters. So I would play around with this some more. I want to find y'all a good example. So head of sales. And then one part of this is about knowing the organizational structure. If you don't know the organizational structure, then you're not going to really understand the importance of this. But if you know the organizational structure, this is going to be great because you're going to know who you need to reach out to, who your buyer persona is, who you need to be reaching out to. So, for example, here, he's a senior sales representative. I don't know if I would want to reach out to him. Let's see. She's the head of revenue development, meaning it's giving like she's in charge of sales. She's only been there for 9 months. Oh, excuse me. No, she's been there for 6 years. So let's see if we're able to get her email address. Boom, email address. So what I would do is I would copy her name. Oh. Now, guys, I know what you're thinking. This is tedious. This is a lot of work. But I'm telling you, if you do this part, this is going to save you so much time in the long run, guys. This is doing the job to get the job, right? So what I would do is come back over here and I'm going to copy and paste her name. So I have Miss Gabriella, right? And then I'm going to go back and see what her title is. She's the head of revenue development. I'm going to copy and paste that. I'm going to put it right here. And you want to get 2 to 3 people. All right, so you want to do this for 2 to 3, maybe 4 people. And it's tedious, guys, but it works. It's so effective. And you may be wondering, why are we doing this? Because we're actually going to reach out to these people. That's the reason why I told y'all to get the professional email signature. Make sure that you have your LinkedIn optimized. All of this is going to be important for when you actually start reaching out to these people. All right, let me move this out the way. Boop. So I'm going to go back. Let's go back. And let's see, who do I want to reach out to now? Who would be somebody I would want to reach out to that is of status? Let's see. I already did director of sales. Let me do recruiter. Recruiter. Hopefully I spelled that right. I'm pretty sure I spelled it wrong. Let it load, let it load, let it load. We have a senior recruiter. And she's a B2B SaaS representative, which is good. She's been with the company for 2 years, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. Um, let's see. Let's see if. Oh, she has an email address. Okay, so I would definitely reach out to her too. She's a senior recruiter, and she is also probably most likely in charge of B2B sales, which is a green light for me. So I would copy her name. I'm going back over to my Excel file, going to contact name, paste, going back. And I know this is a lot of back and forth. Guys, it's very, very tedious, but it works, guys. It works. Do not sleep on this part. Don't, because this is where the magic happens. And so my annoying cat is meowing. She's in heat. It's so annoying, but we're gonna power through. All right, I had got her email address, so I'm going to go ahead and paste it over here. And then I need to also get her job title as well. So she's a senior recruiter. And all of this is going to come together. I promise you. Just trust the process. Trust the process. When I was going through this process, I had to tell myself so many times, trust the process. Because we don't really do stuff like this. Nobody's doing this. All right. So I got two. I could get more, but for the sake of time, I think you kind of get the gist. Okay. You want to get any research notes. So, for example, you can go back to the company, you get some notes, things that stand out to you, like if they're hiring for a lot of people, if they're just hiring interns, if they're growing quickly, put that. Like there's already examples down there. All right, this is the interview sequence. Now, day one is website application with a personalized cover letter. Do not apply. Don't do the whole easy apply on LinkedIn. Do not do that. When you find a job that you want to work for, guys, make sure that you're actually applying on the company's website. I repeat, stop doing easy apply. It's not effective. It doesn't work. That's the easy way out. Make sure that you're actually applying on the company's website. I repeat, apply on the company's website. Right after you do that, you next want to follow this email template. Reach out to these people. So you know how we gathered these emails right here? Now you're going to reach out to them and you're going to put them in a 5-day email interview sequence. So we have day one, we have day two, we have day three, we have day four, we have day five, and then we have so on and so forth. If you're able to get an interview scheduled, then you want to mark that as green. If they are not interested, you want to mark it as red. And I say that because, and it can get a little tricky. I've had people message me like, well, I had somebody from a company tell me that they don't want to give me an interview, but then the recruiter messaged me from that same company and wants to interview me. Okay, well, mark it as green. So, and another thing, if somebody from that company responds back to you, especially if they're like the recruiter or the head of sales, and they say, we're not interested in you, then don't continue to message other people in the company, because then it just gets annoying. You don't want to be annoying, guys. You want to put yourself out there, but you don't want to be annoying with it. So follow this 5-day sequence. All right, so day one, right after you apply on the company's website and you send out your personalized cover letter, then you want to send out that first email. So this first email is golden. It says, you got the subject line, I want to be a job title for XYZ company. Hey, first name. You always want to put the contact's first name because it's more personal that way. Hey, Bailey, or who is the lady? Hey, Gabriella. Hey, Gabriella, I was looking I was, hey, okay, hey Gabriella, I noticed your company, I noticed the company, put the company's name, was looking to hire a sales development representative and thought you would be the best person to reach out to since you are contact title. What's her title? She is the head of revenue development. So make sure you put their title because they're gonna it's just so nice to read, guys. I'm telling you, this works. I just applied on your website, but wanted to reach out to you since I'm too interested in your company to leave this opportunity up to chance. I love how the company, Kairos, I think, or I think it's Kairos, company name or whatever. What problem do they solve? So, and you can always look at what problem that they solve on the about of the company. So you go back to the company's LinkedIn and you read what they solve. So they provide tools and service that empowers companies to create interactive content with unparalleled ease and effectively driving customer engagement to new level. You can literally copy and paste that and put that in your email. So I would, I think I would make a great addition to your team since you're looking for and always put the skills that they mention in the job posting. So if they're looking for somebody that knows Salesforce, if they're looking for somebody that has a great attitude, put that. And you want to put like 2 to 3 little skills that they mentioned. I've recently completed course careers, and this is what I was saying because I recently completed Course Careers, which was a intensive online course where I learned everything about being a sales development representative, including other skill sets that you learn. I also have a unique advantage to succeed in this position compared to the other applicants because talk about your competitive advantage, right? And then here's a link to my resume and my verbal recorded questions, 2 common interview questions. So if you don't have a professional if you don't have a professional website, it's okay. You can put a link to your LinkedIn. Here's a link to my LinkedIn, so that way you can see my job experience and blah blah blah. Whatever you want to put right there. I love And then for every email, you want to make sure that you get some kind of action. Do not skip over this part. I'd love to get on a short call to learn more about the position and what you're looking for. If you click on the link above, you'll be able to request to interview with me and book time. So that part, nobody really booked time with me, but the recruiters wanted me to book time with them. So you can delete that part if you don't really see it necessary. But the point I'm trying to make is you want to have some type of email that you send out to them that says who you are, why you're messaging them, why you feel like you would be a good fit, and have a call to action. When can I get an interview? Or I would love to discuss the position more. Always close out every interview, right? So you want to send that. So let's see. And then once you send that on your first day, mark that. And then also you want to connect with them on LinkedIn. This is very easy to do. Let me show you. So let's see. Let me go back to, uh, actually, for the sake of time, this is how you connect with somebody on LinkedIn. So you want to go through, and I know she's a random person, but I'm kind of crunched for time. So, and then you want to go to more, and then you want to go to connect. And you could add a personal note. I would recommend it. You say, hey, first name, I just applied for a sales development role at just wanted to connect. with you. Now, you don't have to put a note if you don't want to. You don't even have to do this, but I do it. I just applied for a sales development role at Kairos, or I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, and just wanted to connect with you. Boom. You don't have to put that if you don't want to, but if you do, go ahead, go for it. But essentially, you just want to connect with them. So you want to go to more, and if you don't want to put the note, just put send. Just send a connection request. But you want to do that to the people that you actually emailed to. So I should have done Gabriella. I just don't. I'm kind of crunched for time right now. But the point I'm trying to make is you want to send them that first email, and then you also want to connect with them on LinkedIn. Just click connect. So first day recap. You want to do the website application with a personalized cover letter, and then you want to send out, as soon as you apply for the job, send out that email and connect with them on LinkedIn. And you want to do that for every contact name and email that you've accumulated. Do that. Send it all. And don't skip around with this, guys. Don't play with this, because if you do this right, you should get 2 to 5 interviews per week, at least 2. All right, the second day. The second day, as you can see, you want to like something that they posted on LinkedIn and comment. So what does that look like? So let's say, for example, the second day, if this was the second day, as you can see, she's active. So what I would do, and I know I'm still using this lady as an example, but it will still apply. What you want to do is actually click on the post, like it, like the post. Don't necessarily have to don't have to comment on it. I wouldn't comment on it because a lot of these are just reposts. For some of them I just went through and liked some, but it just depends on the person. Like, some people are not really active on LinkedIn while other people are. But anyway, you want to make sure you at least like and maybe comment. Now, the third day, you want to go ahead and send out that second email. So this is what the second email will look like. Any chance we could get on a quick call to share some more detail about the position and see if you think I would be a good fit? Now, this is if they don't reply back to the first email. The second email is golden, guys, because this is where I would actually get majority of my interviews. So, and just copy and paste. And also, whenever you're sending out this email, do not go through and make a whole nother email, and make a whole nother message email thing. You want to actually just reply back to this first email. So I hope that you know about how emails work, but you want to go back to your sent inbox and then click on the message that you already sent and just reply back this. So that way, whenever that person that you sent that email to is reading it, they can scroll up and see, oh, okay, this is part of this email that they sent me. Oh, they're just replying back. Oh, they're serious. So you got to think about it. These employees are getting a lot, or employers are getting a lot of emails every single day. And we're sending it to their business email. And we can only imagine how packed their business email is. So make sure that you're replying back to the first email that you originally sent them. All right. Once you do that, mark it down. Boom. Day 4, if they still haven't replied back, you want to message them on LinkedIn and like/comment something on LinkedIn. So this part works kind of, sort of. I only got a few responses back when I did that. So let me show you an example so you have something to base that off of. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I put. I put, Hey, Brad, I noticed you're looking for a to hire a sales development. I just wanted to let you know I applied and sent you an email. Let me know what you think. So I put that. I sent that to him. And then let's see. Same thing for this lady. Now I would do this on the fourth day. Now as you can see, she read it, but she didn't say anything back. But she saw it, right? So hey, lady, I noticed you're looking to hire blah blah blah. I wanted to let you know I just applied online and I sent you an email. Let me know what you think. Boom. Simple, 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 simple. All right. So next day, day 5. This is the last email that you're going to send out to them. And this is if you have not heard anything back from at least one person in that company, right? So I still haven't heard anything back from I haven't heard anything back from anybody in that company. Then you want to send out that third email. And then you want to put the contact's name and mind you, reply back to this second email too. So you're just gonna it's gonna be um like a reply, like a chain. So I'm very interested in blah 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 job title position and would love to have a chance to speak with you and see if my experience would be a good fit for what you're looking for. I don't want to be annoying you though, so this will be my last follow-up email. Please let me know if you're interested in speaking with me about the position. Thanks. All right. So that's that. That's how I did it, and that's how I was able to get a lot of interviews, guys. So let me. All right, so this is actually um this is actually my my interview outreach template. So as you can see over here, let's see, these are all and I actually did this exercise, guys. Now don't get mad at me, but I only did 37. But by the time I got to 37, I had already got a job offer. But so let's just go through and count all these interviews I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 interviews, guys. 7 interviews, and and all the ones that are in blue are the ones that I actually applied for. Uh, I only applied for 37 jobs because I'd taken one off of this. I only applied for 37 jobs and got 7 interviews. So it works. It works. It works. It works. If you follow this method, you will see results. You will see results. So it works. And then ooh, as you can see, I followed the sequence. The people that didn't respond back, I put no response. The people that weren't interested, I put red. If it was one person that said they weren't interested, I put it red. If I got an interview scheduled, I would put green. So this, guys, is amazing. It's amazing and it works. And as you can see, I actually did. I made my A team and my B team, but I actually did go through and make 47 and put 47 companies that I would want to work for. But I only applied for 30. I only applied for 37 and got 7 interviews scheduled. 7. 7. And I only did this for 2 weeks. I only did it for 2 weeks and got 7 interviews scheduled in 2 weeks. So it works. So I just wanted to show y'all that because I don't want y'all in my comments saying, well, does this actually work? Uh, you know how y'all be. But I just wanted to show y'all, yes ma'am, yes sir, it works. So get your A team, your B team. We went through this, find company contacts. We did that already. Create email sequence and stick with it. Do not skip a day. Don't skip a day. Now, if let's say if you apply for the job and you send somebody an email on Friday, then yes, skip Saturday and Sunday because they're not going to be in the office. Don't do the interview sequence on the weekend. That's only a Monday through Friday thing. All right. And then, of course, apply for the company on the company's website. So I did come up with a interview part to this. I'm not going to share it in this video because this video is already an hour and 5 minutes long. But I came up with a part two to this. I will leave it in the link down below and in the cards. Make sure that you check that out too. So once you're able to get like this, and you're getting a lot, and you're getting interviews, you know, you're getting, if it will, it's hiding from me, but you're getting interviews, then make sure that you check out the part two to this, because that will show you what you need to do to actually prepare for those interviews and knock it out the park. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.